We went down there and the lifeguards were tuned in to the fact that we shouldn't be sitting within 30 feet of those bluffs. This accident wouldn't have happened.
5 years after a bluff collapse killed 3 people, the family of the victims reached a settlement with the city of Encinitas. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. I'm Maria Arcega-Dunn.
And I'm Andrew Luria. As part of the settlement, the city, the state of California, and a condominium management company will pay $32 million. The city of Encinitas will also start making safety changes to prevent another accident like this in the future. Fox 5's Juliet Vargas starts us off from Encinitas. She is live with what else we're learning about this case tonight. Juliet.
Andrew, that tragedy happening here at Grandview Beach, killing 3 women. As part of this settlement, the city of Encinitas agreeing to invest in more public awareness, including videos and more signage to warn people about how dangerous the bluffs can be.
It's a day that will always be too painful for Pat Davis to fully retell.
You know, I went through months of PTSD training, to see, your family die in front of you is a very, very tragic thing.
In 2019, a bluff collapse at Grandview Beach in Encinitas killed his beloved wife, Julie, his 35-year-old daughter, Anne, and his sister-in-law, Elizabeth.
They're greatly missed by our family every day. They were the glue that held our family together.
Since the accident, Pat and his family have been advocating for safer beaches and more awareness along the bluffs.
And honor them in such a way that we worked to make the beaches safer so that this would never happen to another family.
Recently, a $32.85 million lawsuit was reached with the city of Encinitas, the state of California, and private owners. More importantly, Pat says, it's the non-monetary settlement which calls for the city of Encinitas agreeing to add more signage to warn of unstable bluffs, plus more lifeguard training to help notify beachgoers to stay away.
If we went down there and the lifeguards were tuned in to the fact that we shouldn't be sitting within 30 feet of those bluffs, this accident wouldn't have happened.
People don't understand is that there is a tremendous hidden danger there. I believe that if people understand the true danger, they're going to choose not to sit there.
For Pat, it's a start, but the work and this mission, he says, will be ongoing with the hope that no other family must endure a loss like his.
This was never about the money to us. We wanted to see some changes made. And there was no amount of money that was ever going to compensate for what we lost.
And in a statement today, the city of Encinitas confirming the changes, saying the city is engaging in further public education and awareness efforts, additional lifeguard training, and posting enhanced signage about bluff safety to include QR codes that will take beachgoers to a video on bluff safety and the dangers of being too close. We should also let you know that the city's share of this settlement is $13.3 million, which is paid by the city's excess insurance. Reporting live tonight in Encinitas, I'm Juliet Vara, Fox 5 News.
A tremendous loss, certainly. Juliet, thank you very much for sharing that.